Good morning. Welcome to the January 28th meeting of the Post Falls Urban Renewal Commission. Director Johns, would you call the roll, please?
Clemenson.
Here.
Crosby.
Here.
Fleshman.
Here.
Parmentier.
Here.
Rodriguez.
Here.
Commissioner Coles, Commissioner Leffel are not able to be present today.
Commissioners, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I want to welcome and introduce our two newest commission members appointed by Mayor Westland and confirmed by the City Council. Joe Rodriguez is the owner and president of Rojo Inc., a local business in Post Falls. He's active in the Post Falls Chamber of Commerce and has experience in marketing, finance, and economics. Dominic Parmentier is a licensed civil engineer with experience in construction and engineering. He also serves on the Green Acres Irrigation District Board and previously served on the Kootenai County Aquifer Protection Board. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Conflict disclosure? Do any members, commission members, have a conflict to disclose regarding any of the items on this meeting's agenda? If so, please advise.
No. No.
Okay, the first item of business is election of officers. Our bylaws require the commission to elect its officers in January of each year. The officers are the chairman, the vice chairman, and the treasurer, each of whom serve for a one-year term. So I will open the nominations for the office of, let's start with treasurer.
I move to reappoint Commissioner Crosby as treasurer.
I second.
I am again nominated as treasurer. Any other nominations? Hearing none, can I have a vote of acclamation? All those in favor of the motion to elect the treasurer, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Do we need a roll call?
In the past, we have simply done show of hands. We have also done roll call, but it looks like
Let's just
everybody
do a show of
acknowledged
hands. That's
affirmative.
Okay, the office of vice chair. Again, open for nominations. The vice chair basically serves in the absence of the chair and is also a member of the executive committee.
Do I
have
nominate Commissioner Coles for vice chair?
Commissioner Coles, any second?
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Clemenson for vice.
I appreciate it, but I would decline.
Okay.
Do we have a second to the nomination of Commissioner Coles?
I second.
Any
Commissioner
other
Coles.
nominations? Can I have a vote of acclamation by show of hands? All those in favor of Commissioner Coles as vice chair?
Aye.
Okay, office of chairman, open for nominations.
Not to hog the nominations, but I would nominate Commissioner Fleischman as chairperson.
I would second the motion. Any further nominations? Commissioner Fleischman, are you accepting?
I'm accepting.
All right, all those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye, or show of hands. Motion carried. We now have a new chair who will now take over the meeting.
I don't know,
Thank
can
you.
we elect Coles with him not here? Without him accepting?
That's fine,
Okay,
as long as he accepts
okay,
the
Teach you to miss a
election and the
meeting.
nomination at a later date.
okay.
Just for the record, Councilor Bredesen was not able to make it this morning physically, but he is joining
in
our
spirit.
meeting through Zoom. So that is Pete Bredesen's voice, our attorney.
Okay. Well, let's move through the consent calendar. We have the commission minutes from December 18th.
Thank you, Chair Fleshman. Item A is the consent calendar. Item A in the consent calendar is the commission meeting minutes of December 18th, 2025. Item B is the payables for this month totaling $10,633.66. Item C is the bank activity report, which shows total funds in all accounts of $4,530,805.09 and accrued interest for the month of $10,401.27. Item D is the financial reports as of December 31st, including the fiscal year 26 budget versus actual through the first quarter of the fiscal year. Your approval of the consent calendar will ratify the transfer of $10,633.66 to the First Interstate checking account for the monthly payables and $10,401.27 accrued interest to the general fund. The transfers and monthly payables were reviewed on January 14th by Treasurer Crosby and processed on January 15th by Director Johns. Chair Fleshman, I would answer any questions.
I don't have any questions. Does anybody else have any questions?
One question on the Alpine Summit CPA, is that an annual bill or is that, what's the frequency of that?
Whenever we receive something from Alpine Summit, it's in relationship to the annual audit.
Okay.
So we are currently in the process of that, and I believe there will be 3 or 4 cycles of billing on that, partial billing,
Okay.
until it's fully paid, fully completed.
So it's like a $10,000 contract then or something?
It
per year?
is, this year is $17,000.
Okay.
We went out to bid this last year, and that was our best bid.
Thank you.
I think we're looking for a motion to approve the consent calendar.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote. Crosby,
Aye.
Flashman,
Aye.
Parmentier,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Clemenson.
Aye.
Okay, we're moving on to committee updates, finance and policy. Commissioner Crosby?
Yes, the committee reviewed the financials that you've just approved, and we also reviewed the OPAs that are on this agenda, and we had no comments that weren't already incorporated into the OPAs. So that's my report.
Okay. District review, since I was that chair, we did not meet, and I do believe that we have a meeting that we're going to try to schedule for this committee in February. Communications, property, and personnel?
Nothing to report as yet. We intend on having a meeting probably late spring, early summer, when we've got sufficient agenda items to support a meeting.
Okay.
And Chair Fleshman, as far as the committees go, as the executive, as our chairperson, you will also serve as chair of the executive committee. And there can be appointments of chairpersons for the Finance and Policy Committee, the District Review Committee, as well as the Communication, Property, and Personnel Committee. And we also need to go through a process of making committee assignments. We have a couple of vacant positions on several of those committees. So I will contact you in the next week or so to discuss those with you.
Okay.
And it's also a time where, as members of the commission, if you have a specific interest in serving on one of these committees, then I would recommend you contact Chair Fleshman and discuss that with her.
I think each person is in 2 committees.
Some are on 2 and some are only on 1.
Okay.
If they're only on, there are also alternate committee members. So if one of the assigned committee members is not able to make it As an alternate member, you may be called upon to serve on that particular committee. It breaks down generally into two positions on, you'll serve on two committees, either as a full member or as an alternate.
Okay. Moving on, citizen comments. This section of the agenda is reserved for citizens wishing to address the commission regarding an agency-related issue. Comments related to future public hearings should be held for that public hearing. Persons wishing to speak will have 5 minutes. Do we have anyone that wants to speak? Okay. Moving on, unfinished business.
Thank you, Chair Fleshman and Commissioners. The consideration of this project as a participant in the downtown district was previously delayed pending the revision of Addendum 3 to Agency Policy 7 approved at last month's commission meeting. The OPA's exhibit pages A, B, and C clearly identify the project's legal description, list of improvements for consideration of urban renewal funding, and an illustration of the location of city-required improvements adjoining the project site. These improvements qualify for consideration as part of the project titled, or part of the district plan project titled City Center Parking Plan, Street Completion Plan in the Downtown District Plan. This OPA, drafted by Councilor Bredesen and reviewed by the potential participant, is being presented for your consideration for approval as a standard project in the Downtown Urban Renewal District. To answer any questions.
I had a question, Joe. Actually, all of these improvements are improvements that the developer is required to do pursuant to the city's parking plan, is that correct?
That is correct.
Which was a factor in our district, our creation of the district,
Absolutely.
reimbursement
Yes.
of those costs.
Yes, the city center parking plan is an integral part of the downtown urban renewal plan. And that parking plan, not only is the parking plan a part of the district plan, but the 2021 addendum, or amended city, pardon me, Bob, is it the city, not city center plan? No.
We had the, addendum to the city center master plan in 2021. Also discussed the city center parking plan. City center
Okay.
parking plan was developed in 2018. And we included the addendum to the city center master plan in the urban renewal district plan.
So we basically have several of the city's plans integrated into the district plan.
I see.
And these improvements are directly related to the parking plan.
This is an action item. Do we want to have any discussion before we vote on this?
I'd make a motion that we approve this OPA and move forward with this developer.
Second that motion.
Okay, I will ask for a roll call vote. Parmentier,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Fleshman,
Aye.
Clemenson.
Aye.
Thank you. I will complete that document, place it of record with the county recorder's office, and we will move forward with that project. Thank you, commissioners. The next agenda item is the owner participation agreement, Laura Horn, Nonna Building, This document came to my attention late yesterday as being in need of one final revision. When we entered into this process with the potential participant Laura Horn, the property ownership was in one name. That is the name on our OPA. It's currently in the name of an LLC. So I'm going to have to update that document and bring it back next month. So for now, we'll table this one.
Okay.
Nothing else changed, just the owners wanted to put the property into an LLC.
Yes, it is already in the LLC and reflected on the public record. So we just need to update the participant's name and the same for the person or the individual signing.
Thank you.
The next item for unfinished business is the first addendum to owner participation agreement, North Idaho Healthcare Holdings, LLC. On December 16th, 2025, the Post Falls City Council approved Ordinance 1547, amending the Post Falls Technology District Plan to support growth or development of a commercial or industrial project in the existing revenue allocation area. The addendum is for the purpose of amending the projects identified in the current OPA between the agency and North Idaho Healthcare Holdings. This first addendum to the OPA, drafted by Councilor Bredesen and reviewed by the potential participant, is being presented for your consideration for approval.
This is an action item. Is there any discussion, any questions? I think we're looking for a motion.
I would move to approve the OPA.
I second the motion. We've gone over this with the proponent a number of times. We know who's involved in this. It's going to be a tremendous addition to this district and to the medical care facilities available in our city. So I second the motion.
All right. I will also make a roll call vote on this item. Fleshman,
Aye.
Clemenson,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Parmentier.
Aye.
The motion carries. Last item on the agenda for unfinished business is the Post Falls Eagles Aerie minor project, Welch Comer reimbursement letter. This letter of reimbursement recommendation is the result of Welch Comer's completion of consultation services initiated with the Commission's approval of Task Order 25-02 on November 4th, 2025, as stated in the letter. Welch Comer performed an independent review and estimate and determined that a reimbursement amount of $84,643.08 is reasonable for the city required costs associated with the agency's first minor project program participant located at 209 East Railroad Avenue in the downtown district. I ask the Commission to consider directing Councilor Bredesen to draft an order of approval for the specified amount for consideration at our next meeting.
I have a quick question on this, Joe. If and when this is approved, where does this reimbursement fall in line with other proponents or whatnot? Is it going to be after everything else is, all the other proponents, their reimbursements are satisfied, or would it be somewhat concurrent to those payments?
It basically will be concurrent because this is a participant in our minor projects program, and that program has a separate allocated fund that can grow to the maximum amount of $250,000 through the utilization of 15% of the annual tax increment that's remitted in the district. So at the present time, we have approximately $135,000 in that minor projects fund for the downtown district, and this will be drawn from that fund.
So it will be, that reimbursement should happen in fairly short order after approval then, correct?
My anticipation is that should this be approved, Councilor Bredesen will draft an order of approval that we'll consider during the unfinished business items at next month's meeting, and then immediately followed by a new business item, which will be the semi-annual proponent reimbursements, at which point time, if the order of approval has been given the commission's approval, then the reimbursement will be considered for the amount specified.
Okay, thank you.
What, for accounting purposes, the cost verification provided by Welch Comer of $2,800, is that coming out of this program, basically? Or is it coming out of our other budget items?
We have a specific budget line for our engineering services, try and anticipate during the annual budget creation process how many reviews we will be tasking them with, what the potential expense will be, and then budgeting that amount. So we have tried to prepare for that in the engineering services budget line.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we're looking for a motion.
So this is a motion to simply direct Council Bredesen to prepare a order.
Correct.
I'd make that motion.
Seconded.
Okay, I will make a roll call vote. Rodriguez?
Aye.
Fleshman?
Aye.
Parmentier?
Aye.
Clemenson?
Aye.
Crosby?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, moving on to new business.
Okay, our only item under the new business portion is the authorization for newly elected officers to be designated signers. As in the past, a motion is needed to authorize the 2026 elected officers as authorized signers for all financial transactions, including checking and savings accounts and bank certificates of deposit, real property transactions, and to authorize Executive Director Joseph Johns to have access to all account balance and month-end statements information for internal funds management purposes.
So moved.
Second.
This is also a roll call vote item. Fleshman,
Aye.
Parmentier,
Aye.
Crosby,
Aye.
Rodriguez,
Aye.
Clemenson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay. Staff reports and updates.
Short staff report. Conflict of interest disclosure letters have been distributed, and once these are completed, I will send them to Mayor Westland. And secondly, Jerry Dicker of Beyond Green Incorporated in the Post Falls Technology URD has reported the completed signing of their first major tenant occupant, Super One Foods, occupying a 50 to 60,000 square foot building in the shopping center portion of the district. Construction is expected to begin this spring. That concludes my staff report.
Okay. Do we have any commissioner comments?
I would just say, we've been doing the annual conflict disclosure to the mayor and city council of any business interests that any of the commission members have in any of our urban renewal districts or relationships with people involved in those districts. And to my knowledge, we're the only urban renewal commission that does that. I think it's a transparency issue that we need to continue. And so I'm happy to see us again providing these no conflict disclosure forms to Mayor Westland. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else?
No comment.
Okay, chairman comments. I just would like to welcome you guys again. And we're excited to have some fresh new perspectives to help us on our journey to continue to create jobs through community updates. So thank you for joining us. And if there's no other comments, we can adjourn our meeting. All right, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.